1989's women's volleyball team. From the beginning of their season, it was clear that this team was on the cusp of something special. With Hall of Fame coach Malcolm Taylor at the helm, the Oaks would start the year winning the Pomona Invitational Tournament and the Menlo College Tournament. Many of the athletes on the team were founding members of the program, as 1986 marked the start of the Menlo Volleyball program. The team finished their year with an impressive 27-7 record that would see them qualify for the NCAA Division III National Tournament. The Oaks won the Western Regional, which earned their spot to compete for the national title at the 1989 NCAA Division III Final Four. Please welcome to the stage your 1989 Menlo women's volleyball team. Ann Demi-John Murray, Sue MacLeod Deshion, Heather Foss Hill, Jennifer Humphreys Colby, Kiala Ely, Greta Kosanovich, Delna Lancaster, Kim Lee Moore, Kelly Johnston Noonan, Samantha Steinwinder, assistant coach Russ Nita, and head coach the late, great Malcolm Taylor.
It's a great honor that we stand up here as the first team to be inducted to the Menlo Hall of Fame. I happen to have our roster of that season. Yes, it's 35 years old.
Got it.
We wanted to dedicate this award to Coach Mel, who passed away 7 years ago. He's the reason we're all standing up here tonight. I would like to share a little bit about him. Now coached at Menlo for 7 years, and this team was his last team that he coached. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2007. He loved this sport and was an avid outdoorsman. He wasn't in the gym coaching, playing, or officiating. He was doing something outdoors. During the summer, he was actually a whitewater rafting guide, and his favorite song was Happy Trails. He lived in the mountains of Woodside, and he would make that drive. You guys are familiar with the area. It's a pretty long drive, but he would make that drive daily, and that's a round trip. Mal graduated from Stanford with a psychology degree, which has a lot to do with his coaching style. Very methodical and old school. He wasn't about the X's and O's. He was about literally the right angle and the left angle. Multiplication and divisions, literally. That was not. I will never forget one practice. If you're familiar with the gym, we have a retractable basketball court. It retracts all the way up and then it comes down. Well, we walked into practice one day, and there was a strange contraption hanging from the rim, and it was about this angle. And he had not all about saving money, and he's very creative at doing so. He had a volleyball tied in one leg of the sweatpants, one leg, and the other leg was tied hanging on the rim. And it was for a spiking drill. So picture that. The old sweatpants, with the volleyball hanging, and it's a retractable rim, so it can adjust to our different heights. And brilliant invention. And it served its purpose. He was ready to demonstrate that for us with perfection, and that was now. Now, thank you for sharing your volleyball season with us. We miss you and wish you could be here with us. Happy trails. And now Greta's going to say a little bit on behalf of our team and our season.
Thank you. When I was a sophomore here in Menlo, we were ranked #1 in the country. but we didn't go very far. In 1989, though, my senior year turned out to be a very special team with this group of women here. Back then, the volleyball program wasn't part of a conference. We were an independent school, which meant we had to play bigger schools, like San Francisco State, UC Santa Cruz, Salt. And had to have a strong winning schedule to even qualify for the NCAA Western Region playoffs. We ended up having the right mix of players and coaches to do something that we couldn't do in my previous years at Menlo. We beat UC San Diego. Back then, they were the D3 powerhouse, and my entire career up to that point, we never beat them. Not only did we beat them one time, but we beat them twice that year. Once was at the Pomona tournament at the beginning of our season, but most importantly was at the end of our season that we faced them again and we beat them to go to the NCAA Final Four Division III at that time. One thing I want to correct for the record. We all played two sports because guess what? We all had to be the softball team. In order to compete in that year, 1989, we had to have another women's team sport, and so the volleyball team was the softball team. We did not win the game. But that set us up for our Final Four journey. On behalf of Delma, Ann, Jen, Sue, Heather, Sam, Kelly, Kayala, Kim, and Kim, we want to thank our families that supported us and our friends and our colleagues and our teammates, everybody who helped get us to where we got, to winning the Final Four, or not winning, I wish. Oh, that was in my dreams. That we were able to get there, and it was a season to remember. It connected us all for life. We were very proud and honored to be inducted to the Hall of Fame, and we thank everybody for attending tonight, and our families who journeyed with us and our friends to support us. Thank you.